We are witnessing something special in San Jose as Macklin Celebrini continues to show the sophomore slump is just a myth, proving why he is one of the best players in the NHL today. In this video of Sharks Digest, we're going to break down everything Macklin Celebrini, the records he's breaking, the insane point pace he is on, and we're also going to touch a little bit on the Fresh Prince of San Jose, so you're not going to want to miss out on this episode of Sharks Digest. If you're new here, you want to stay up to date on everything around your San Jose Sharks, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button. But with that said, we got to dive right into Macklin Celebrini because this season he has had a really great start, and there's no sign of slowing down from Macklin Celebrini. The moves he's been putting on defenders this year has been nothing short of amazing, and it's just a huge jump from year to year for Macklin Celebrini here, and it's great to see. And as of now, he is currently tied for second among all NHL players in points, right behind Nathan MacKinnon with 40 points, tied for second with Connor McDavid. This is how good of a year that Macklin Celebrini is having, that he is now tied in points with Connor McDavid and just 6 behind Nathan MacKinnon. That is how good of a player he is. I mean, he has been really willing the Sharks into games this year. And if you've been watching, whether it's from home, whether it's from in the Shark Tank, you know how good Macklin Celebrini has been to this team. At times has put the team on his back. And it's just great to see, you know, the Sharks have their face of the franchise now. You know, he's the star of the future for this team at only 19 years old. This kid, the ceiling is way higher than we thought. And I think, like, we see him in these stat categories with some of the best in the league, and in a bit we're going to talk about some of the best of all time, but as of now, he is number 1 for assists, leading the league in assists so far this season with 26, and behind him is Connor McDavid him and Connor McDavid are now tied at 26, but, you know, obviously being a league leader in some stat category at 19 years old, you know you have something special here when you see that from Macklin Celebrini. And obviously, you know, we see the numbers and we see, you know, what he is doing on the stat sheet, but what we're not seeing on the stat sheet is his defensive play. And if you've been watching the Sharks this year, you know how great of a 200-foot game Macklin Celebrini has, and he showed it last year, but this year he's really improved. You know, getting into the corners, winning puck battles along the board, getting good with his stick checking, which I think he's always had, but it just seems this year that he's more of a complete player, and he just feels comfortable in the league. I mean, he's finding his space more than he was last year, and it's just great to see, and it's leading to him being the 8th youngest player in NHL history to hit 100 points. I mean, that is a big feat for a young star in this league to make. I mean, there's only been 7 other people younger than him to hit 100 points. A lot of them, some big names within the NHL history books. And as we keep going, he's also one of the only players with 2 hat-tricks this season, all being young guys with Bedard and Logan Couture as well. So it's great to see Macklin Celebrini, you know, and this young kind of wave of new NHL talent that's coming in and proving that they belong here, proving that they are the future of this league by going out, having great games, and, you know, having 2 hat-tricks so far, you know, is obviously tremendous. I mean, we know Celebrini is a playmaker. He has elite hands, elite passing. His vision is insane, but we've really seen a jolt in his goal-scoring ability this year, which is what we love to see as well. And also, this is a big one. I'm going to bring it up bigger for you guys because you can see it. He is now one of the fewest games to 40 points in a season among teenagers in NHL history, meaning people below the age of 20. He has 27 games to hit 40 points, and that puts him among the greats of Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, tied with Mario Lemieux, tied with Wayne Gretzky. And when you see your player, your star boy, up with names in the NHL history books like Wayne Gretzky, like Mario Lemieux, like Sidney Crosby, these are some of the greats to have ever played this game. And now we see Macklin Celebrini in that category with these players. It just speaks volumes of how much he's grown from, I think, since the Four Nations break last year. and into the offseason and now into this season, he's grown so much as a player in just 1 year to be now up with some of the league greats. And it also shows, this guy, he can be a league great. You see all these names on this list, they have been great players in this league, and I think that's what Macklin Celebrini is. He is going to be when it's all said and done, 30 years time, or probably not, probably like 25 years time, when Celebrini is hanging up the skates, we are going to be saying he is one of the greatest players to play this game. And I truly believe that, because what we're seeing from him on a skill level, what we're seeing from him on a leadership level in the locker room is unheard of. And I think as Sharks fans, we are so blessed to have a player like this on our team. But there is another player here that may be getting overshadowed, and that's our boy Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of San Jose, is actually having a great season, just under a point per game now, with 27 points, 12 goals, 15 assists. Obviously, Macklin Celebrini's best bud, Macklin Celebrini's line mate, and these guys have, their chemistry off the ice is obviously unmatched. The duo of Smith and Celebrini is probably the best in the NHL of today. Might be biased, but that's my thoughts on it. And I think their chemistry that they've built on the ice has really contributed to on the ice, where, they're going out there and they're winning hockey games, they're getting a lot of points, but they're having fun. And when you're having fun in hockey, I think that's when you play your best, and that's what we're seeing with Celebrini, and that's what we're seeing with Will Smith. I think, Will Smith was like almost 21 years old right now. He still has a lot to grow in this league as well, and I mean, at almost a point per game, you're going to take that every day of the week. The sleepover line of Toffoli, Smith, and Celebrini has been lights out this year. They have a positive record. I mean, 13-12 as I'm recording this video. It's just an electric time to be a San Jose Sharks fan. There's no doubt about it. And I do want to talk a little bit on Yaroslav Askarov, another young guy in this league who, is finally getting his first full season in between the pipes. And at 23 years old, he still has a lot of time. I think it's still very young for a goaltender to be starting in this league. We don't really see them break into the league till they're like 25, 26 now. So it's great. We're going to get a few extra years of Askarov here. 10 wins so far in the season with a .905 save percentage and a 3.15 goals against. I think this is very great numbers for a guy in his full first year of starting. And I think in a lot of these games, we're seeing making game-saving saves. We're seeing, him saving a lot of these saves that should go in the net, and he's really been a sponge back there. Yes, there has been times where, maybe it's a bad game, but everybody has a bad game, and, there's going to be goals going. Goaltenders can't be, spot on all the time, but, there is going to be nights where they do falter and the pucks just go in and the team can't get going, and that's just hockey. I mean, that's why there's 82 games a year. You have a few like that every year, but when you're consistently playing well, consistently stopping pucks, you're consistently scoring goals, getting points, and making the fans happy, that's what you want as hockey players and as, players around the league. They want to make their fans happy. They obviously want to win, a lot of compete in the NHL, and for the Sharks team, they want to get back to the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I think they can do that. I think if they can kick it into gear, which we've seen go on a little run, there's no doubt in my mind that they could be fighting for this wild card spot in my eyes at the end of the season. And maybe with a move or two at the deadline, they could really solidify this team into a playoff team. I think they're right on the cusp over the Montreal Canadiens, where like they're a bunch of young guys and they're like, okay, do we pull the trigger and just let them go? And they did, and they got to the playoffs last year. So I think that's where the San Jose Sharks are at right now. But do want to look at some other leaders around this team before we do wrap up today. Tyler Toffoli, like I said, has been great, a great veteran, a great, mentor for these young players. And William Eklund, great on that second line this year. And this is the one I do want to note out here. That is Dmitry Orlov. When Dmitry Orlov was signed to the San Jose Sharks, I was like, I really like this signing because I think Dmitry Orlov has been an overlooked defender in the NHL his entire career, especially during his time with the Washington Capitals. And yes, he's known for his two-way game, more his defensive side of blocking shots, laying hits. But this year, 16 assists for Dmitry Orlov. He's really, loving his time in San Jose, and it's showing on the stat sheet. I mean, he's being a great distributor of the puck. He's really leaning more into that two-way side than he is the defensive side, and it's just great to see this player, get back on track and be the player that we know he can be. And it's great to see that. It's always great to see these, kind of older-ish players come to a new team, come to a younger team, and start to play better. Because, when you have guys like Will Smith, Celebrini, Eklund, then the list goes on, they make players around them better, and that's what we're seeing with Dmitry Orlov and Kurashev and all these guys. So I'm in love with this Sharks team this season. I know you guys are too. They're so much fun to watch, and I think there's only more to come. I mean, Celebrini proving to be one of the greats in the league right now, and I love to see it. Think he will make the Team Canada for the Olympics. I really do hope so. I mean, there's a lot of debate on it right now, but right now, it's definitely a lock for me. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts so far on the Sharks season. What has been your favorite moment of the season so far? Love to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. And Sharks Digest is back. So if you want to stay up to date on all the news around the NHL, around the Sharks and the NHL, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button, because we're going to be here bringing you the latest Sharks news. But as always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.